On behalf of the residents in the neighborhood of the Bryant School in regards to the chiller noises that are coming from the Bryant School. Are any of you familiar with the chillers or what they are? They're very large machines that, to my understanding, produce ice that helps with the cooling system within the school. They've been there approximately 3 years. This is the first summer there has been a problem with the neighborhood because the chillers apparently ran during the daytime hours the past 2 years. And there's probably some teachers at the school that could attest to that that are on the building side where the chillers are. They're in an alcove on the back side of the Bryant School, very close to the wall. This year they have been running in the evening, and they run continuously from 5 until 11 p.m. They sound like a hovercraft. And this is disturbing the neighborhood tremendously. This is a residential neighborhood, all private homes. Everybody in the neighborhood owns their own home. And the age group goes anywhere from a baby who is now 2 months old, became home as a 4-pound preemie, to elderly residents that are in their 90s. And there are residents there that have to get up early in the morning, 5 o'clock. These chillers disturb these people. They are disturbing their meal times, they're disturbing their television watching time, they're disturbing their early going to bed time also. I've had a couple of the people in the neighborhood tell me they can set their clocks by when these chillers go off and on. And it's a continuous run for 6 hours. It's not an off and on type of noise. So if you were to go down and listen to the chillers and imagine that for 6 hours straight in your face, in your neighborhood, doing whatever you do, trying to relax, and how these noises disturb them. I've talked to Mr. Wyant about this. I have talked to a couple of maintenance people about this. They have told me that the decibel levels are within normal limits. Well, I don't know for how much a period of time it's within normal limits, but the elevation of decibels does have a bearing on physical, psychological, hearing, and so forth of people's health. I have been told that this is normal street noise, is a passing car. Passing car does not stand out in front of your house and run its motor for 6 hours at a time. They told me that the problem would be fixed by the end of the summer, and then I was told that no, this is not going to happen. I don't know if engineers or architects or construction people have been down by the school to listen to what is going on or to investigate it. I know as the weather cools, the chillers will be cutting off probably earlier, but that doesn't solve the problem for next summer when they will start up again and the neighbors will start complaining all over again. The chillers themselves are, and I don't know what company made the chillers that are at the Bryant School or any of the schools. I did talk to a representative from the train company, and he did tell me that these chillers could have sound barrier walls installed. Again, I talked to a barriers manufacturer out in Indiana who specifically makes barriers for chillers and have that equipment. And they again said, yes, these chillers, if they're placed properly, can have sound barriers that would absorb most of the noise and not disturb the neighborhoods. At this point, I do have information that you can look at your leisure. This is an engineering bulletin from the train company. It may not be the model number or the specific chillers that are there, but it does have general and generic facts about chillers and their noise issues. I also have the information from the company that manufactures the barrier walls for you to look at. I've highlighted some of the areas on this train company. There are page numbers, so you don't have to go through the whole process, the whole packet. It's rather large. And lastly, I have a petition from the neighborhood requesting that something be done about the noise in the form of sound barrier walls being constructed around these chillers.